students, welcome back to my class. We all know that our environment consists of both living and non-living things, and we human beings depend on our environment to fulfill or satisfy all our basic needs. Basic needs includes the food, clothes and shelter. But we human beings, in order to make our life more comfortable, we are creating or causing some drastic changes to our environment which are doing damage or harm to it. So today we are going to learn and see how our activities are disturbing our environment and what are the ways we should do in order to save our environment and make our environment much clean and healthy. So let's begin our class today. So students, we have already seen that all the living and non-living things that surround us consist of the environment. Our environment consists of both biotic and abiotic components. The biotic components include all living things including plants, animals and human beings. And the abiotic components include all non-living things like air, water, soil, land, light, etc. Now, we already know that we fulfill our basic needs like water, food, air, etc. from the environment. We also obtain clothing, shelter and many other things such as medicines and paper from our environment. All other living things also satisfy their needs from the environment. We have been carelessly using the resources of our environment without realizing its effects. There should be a proper balance between the human activities and nature so that the Earth's environment can be preserved and all the lives of the creatures living on it can be preserved. But human activities such as cutting and clearing of forest, known as deforestation, release of harmful substances into the air and water, mining, building of highways, buildings of etc. have led to the destruction of ecosystem and also damaged our environment. And some natural phenomena like volcanic eruptions and forest fires also caused damage to our environment. So, the presence of all these harmful substances make our environment dirty or contaminated, and this is known as pollution. Pollution means dirty our environment. That means addition of harmful substances to the environment is known as pollution. Like dumping of waste into water bodies, release of harmful substances into the air, land, unwanted noise, use of chemical fertilizers, etc. are some examples of pollution. And the harmful materials that are released into the environment are called pollutants. So pollutants are the harmful materials that cause pollution. These pollutants can be in any of the three forms: solid, liquid and gas. And based on the types of pollutants, there are basically four types of pollution: air pollution, water pollution, land pollution and noise pollution. So students, we know that air is a mixture of gases of which nitrogen and oxygen plays a major part. Carbon dioxide and water vapor are also present in air in small proportions. Air is said to be polluted if the levels of harmful gases and particles present in the atmosphere are high enough to affect living organisms and non-living man-made buildings, monuments, etc. So, the addition of harmful gases like carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, etc. into the air is called air pollution. Air pollution occurs when air contains gases, dust, fumes in harmful amounts. This affects the health of human beings and animals. It also causes damage to plants and materials. Now we will study the causes of air pollution. Air pollution is mainly caused by chemical pollutants released from factories, power plants, vehicles like cars, buses and trucks, domestic cooking and burning of fuels. Air is also naturally polluted by volcanic eruptions and forest fires. Next, we will see the effects of air pollution. Air pollution can cause lung cancer, headache, asthma, trouble in breathing, lung, brain and nerve damage. It can also cause blood and heart diseases. It can cause headaches, skin and eye irritation, and it can also cause burning sensations in skins also. Some of the pollutants are so harmful that they can cause death. Pollutants like sulfur dioxide and oxides of nitrogen, after being released by factories, mixed with the moisture in the air, forming acids. When it rains, these acids combine with the raindrops and fall on the earth as acid rain. It damages the plants and buildings, besides polluting the soil and the food sources. To keep the air clean and to prevent air pollution, the following steps should be taken. We should plant more trees because trees helps in purifying the air. Secondly, tall chimneys with filters must be fitted in factories to release smoke, because chimneys with filters helps in removing the harmful gases before other gases are released into the air. Thirdly, we should use CNG, that is compressed natural gas, and LPG, that is liquefied natural gas, as fuel for vehicles. This causes less air pollution. Vehicles should go through regular pollution checks for harmful emissions. We should use public transport instead of using our own cars whenever it is possible. We must use wind energy and solar energy to reduce the use of fuels such as petrol, diesel and coal. We should avoid burning of garbages, that is, waste should not be disposed of by burning, as the smoke produced causes air pollution, and also factories and industries should be shifted to the remote areas. So students, today we have learned that the biotic and abiotic components, that is the living and non-living things surround us, is our environment. When we dirty our environment, we cause pollution. The harmful substances that are released into the environment are called pollutants. Air pollution is caused due to release of harmful gases into the air.